Giving it another 3 minutes for men to arrive, then we start. Alright then, dudes. Yeah, so bit of preamble or pre-ramble, I guess. I mean, so this is one of the ones I've gotten on off Keymail, and does actually seem fairly high quality. In well, not to say that they wouldn't automatically be, but in general, it seems fairly high quality. I'm not sure it's my kind of game. Depends on how it plays. You can see it says continue there because I was just seeing how it ran and trying to balance audio, but I haven't really played it. So we're going to be playing the tutorial first. And there's two campaigns. There's a Japanese one and an American one. And one of the things when I was fucking around, just to see a little bit, is that the voice acting seems very hilarious. I'm a little worried though. When you get keys off Keymailers, first of all, what happens is you are a content creator. I refuse to use the word influencer, and you can go to a site and you can go, I would like this key to stream or do a video on, and they will either deny or accept or whatever the hell, and then there's a bit of notes on how to conduct yourself, and generally there's nothing. There's just here's the game, enjoy, which means that there's no obligation for me to be positive about it if it's shit, or to basically no shilling. And this one had no obligations for anything. In fact, I have very rarely seen any obligations to do any sort of stuff on any of the games. It was mainly like, there's one that asked me not to finish the game, so that people would, well, not finish it on stream at least, so people would have a chance to see the last bit of it for themselves if they bought it, which is fair enough, I guess. Some also say that sometimes there's an embargo. You can do videos and stuff, but you can't release them until a certain date, and that's the extent of it. They've never asked me to be positive about anything. So that out the way. So first of all, what I'm seeing down on my secondary monitor right now is the icon for the game in a taskbar. And it's the Unreal logo. So it's an Unreal Engine game. I was trying to find it on Twitch, where you select what game you're playing, which is what I was intending to do because, well, that's what you do, because Keymailer, I don't get any money for any of it, so that doesn't matter to me, but it gives you a little bit of credit when you stream a game, but so that you're more likely to get more games to stream later, like your credibility or something on the site, which factors in whether or not you get keys. This game, which is never a good sign, is not on Twitch. It does not have a category, which means I get fuck all, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna try and have some fun. And it also worries me a little bit when it does that. Now, I'd like to point out as well that the EXE, the game is called Strategic Mind of Pacific. Let me just have a look here. The EXE for it is called Panzer EU. So, like, alright. Well, it's fine and everything, I suppose. I mean, it might just be a bit weird, but these are my initial things that made me go a little bit. But let's see. I'm gonna put up a vote at some point, depending on how long the tutorial is, for which campaign we're gonna be doing, the Japanese or the American one. I'm not gonna clog the screen up with that right now, but I'll start it when we muck about the tutorial, which we'll do now. Cue sneezing fit. Okay, there we go. So tutorial.
Good day, Admiral. We are tasked with taking control of the island, which is of strategic importance to us. Your HQ flagship Battleship has already reached the operational area. It is an important combat unit, and its loss would mean the disorganization of our fighting forces and inevitable defeat. Left mouse click to continue. Right now, the island is controlled by enemy troops, who will have to seize a seaport.
Okay.
And an airfield to establish air superiority in the area. Moreover, the enemy controls a small island nearby. Its capture will help us clear the area of the enemy's forces.
Okay.
Before your arrival, our troops managed to invade a nearby island with a seaport, which is now supplying our troops. However,
The fuck? There is a problem? Is it with your voice that just cut out? What the hell?
an enemy destroyer is blocking our seaport. It has...
The hell is going on?
Choose the battleship by moving the cursor over it and left-clicking.
Okay.
Each ship is fitted with various guns which have a different gun range. The battleship's main guns have the longest range. To choose the main gun, move your mouse over it and left-click.
Main gun?
Move the mouse over the enemy destroyer and left-click on it to attack. New units can attack
God,
the
Jesus Christ.
per turn. Attack the destroyer with the main gun for the second time. Apart from the main gun, the battleship has artillery of a lesser range.
Scared the
second
shit
gun.
out of me.
To fire it, you have to get closer to the enemy destroyer.
Okay.
Select second gun.
Damn, that thing's rolling cold.
Fire at the destroyer. More volume.
Ugh.
The enemy destroyer is damaged, but remains afloat. Let's finish it with another vessel. Select your own destroyer.
Okay, I need to turn that down a little bit. That's a little bit loud. Okay.
Move it within firing range of the enemy vessel. Attack the enemy.
Okay. Regular gun?
Great, you've sunk the first enemy ship.
Thanks.
Now our seaport is no longer blocked, and our ships located within its supply range will be automatically supplied with ammunition and fuel at the end of a turn. Select the seaport by left-clicking on it. Look at the hexes marked with white cargo box icons. They indicate the seaport supply zone in which your naval units will be supplied.
What?
Press the end turn button.
Now there's hardly any sound. What the hell? That had the sound. What the actual ass?
We are under attack by the enemy fleet. It has to be destroyed.
Why the hell? Was that so loud that... Okay.
The destroyer is a difficult target for the aircraft. It provides fire support against air attacks to the nearby units within the gun range of its anti-aircraft guns. As you have seen, the destroyer provided fire support for your battleship when it was attacked by the enemy bomber. Unfortunately, our destroyer has been badly damaged by the enemy artillery fire. Select your destroyer. Open the unit info screen. As you can see, every vessel has a number of ship parts. In this case, the destroyer has main gun,
okay,
torpedo tube, anti-aircraft gun, depth charge, engine, and the hull.
where? There?
The overall durability of the ship is called total HP, and it is the sum of all ship parts HP.
Hull points, right? Total HP. Sum of all I guess.
All incoming damage is divided among different ship parts, reducing their durability and effectiveness. All damaged ship parts except the hull are repaired over time. This happens automatically at the end of each turn.
Alright.
However, the hull cannot be repaired in any way until the end of the operation. If its HP reaches 0, the ship is destroyed.
I have a feeling this will happen a lot.
The ship's current maximum move points is added to all ship defenses. Shell holes and damaged engine reduce the ship move points, thus lowering all defenses. Right now, our destroyer cannot move at all as its engine has 0 HP. We cannot wait for the maintenance to repair it as we have to move it out of combat as soon as possible. Close the unit info screen. Select the emergency repair.
This is probably just an exercise.
With its help, you can quickly remove one shell hole or fire, or repair one of the ship's parts. Now select the engine for repairs. The engine is now fully operational. That means the ship can move again, and its defenses.
Okay.
It is time to disengage our destroyer and move it away at a safe distance from the enemy fleet.
Oida.
The enemy bombers are still threatening our fleet. It is time to eliminate them. Select your battleship. Select its anti-aircraft artillery.
Artillery? Is it called that? I thought artillery was strictly for the... I don't know.
Fire 2 times at the enemy bomber.
Put.
Excellent. Now it is time to carry out a retaliation strike against the enemy fleet. However, we have to ensure our battleship has more effective ammunition first. Move your battleship next to a seaport.
But... Choo-choo!
Open the unit info screen.
Jawohl!
Left click on the equipment tab. The first equipment slot is currently used for Marine Squad, so you'll have to choose the second one.
Oh no.
Now select the armor-piercing shells.
This man has an unfortunate lisp for
Press
easy
the
understanding.
button. Close the unit info screen. Now activate the armor-piercing shells.
Oh shit.
Cannot attack the enemy battleship with your aircraft and submarines effectively until you've taken out the destroyer covering it. Use your battleship's artillery to do it. Select the main gun. Fire. Once again.
This guy Returnio's fire. God damn.
One more enemy vessel sunk. However, this time the distance allowed the enemy to open return fire.
It would be nice if the tutorial didn't have 50,000 fucking ships. I'm a bit overwhelmed, but that might just be me.
We have to evaluate the damage it managed to inflict upon our battleship. Open the unit info screen. As you can see, its anti-aircraft gun and second gun were damaged.
Okay.
Note that the engine, the hull, and the main gun are unscathed. The destroyer's artillery is not powerful enough to hit them through the battleship's armored deck protection.
Okay.
Close the unit info screen. Now select the submarine. Bring it closer to the enemy battleship. Attack the battleship.
It seems very well thought out though. Oh, I just click it? I don't select anything? I guess torpedo is just normal. Okay, let's see here. A Gato against a Nagato. I guess I'm gonna... No, wait. If mine is a Gato and he's a Nagato, doesn't that mean he cancels me out? Sorry.
Your
Sudden
submarine
attack.
has just performed a successful torpedo attack. Let's look at the results. Select the enemy battleship. Open its unit info screen. Scroll down to see the bottom row of icons. Torpedoes deal damage exclusively to the ship hull. As you
Deal
can
damage.
see, the enemy hull was damaged and the ship got a shell hole. Each shell hole deals additional 1 damage to the hull at the end of each turn and reduces its move points by 1.
It would be funny if a torpedo just
The less move points your
flew
ship
up
has,
and caught a
the
guy in the
lower its
chest.
defense becomes. However, only current maximum move points are taken into account, which means that ship movement and the number of move points remaining do not affect its defenses.
So when you have a tutorial like this, I understand the graying out the UI in the background when you have something else open, because you can't interact with the stuff in the background, but the tutorial text also being grayed out is a bit, well,
Close the unit info screen.
it's minor.
It is time we conduct an airstrike against the enemy.
Ooh.
Select the aircraft carrier where your tactical bombers are based.
I was also kind of surprised that I saw artillery and ground units in this. I thought this was just ships. That's alright.
The main weapon of the carrier is its air force. It can be comprised of carrier-based fighters, dive bombers, and torpedo bombers. Select the SBD-3 Dauntless dive bomber at the units panel at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
Open the unit info screen of the dive bomber.
God
Select
damn.
the equipment tab. Select the incendiary bombs.
Sweat,
Press
Jesus.
the acquire button. Close the unit info screen. Activate the incendiary bombs.
Roofer, do everything.
Now attack the enemy battleship with your dive bomber.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to this. Like, I enjoy depth like this, but I easily get overwhelmed if every battle is 5 million units. I'm hoping it's a bit smaller and more sort of compact. And
Dive bombers can choose to attack specific ship parts of the enemy vessel. Right now, we better weaken the battleship's anti-aircraft guns. Select its anti-aircraft gun to attack.
But yeah, that's me. It's probably not going to be a problem for other men. So it's quite. I'm quite impressed with the scale of this. The things that I was making a bit ass of that seem a bit weird seem alright. I mean, if they can balance this, that's a problem with a lot of mechanics and stuff like that playing into each other. It's difficult to balance.
Move your bomber to an adjacent hex to free up space for the next aircraft attack.
Alright, I see. Put. He just shits on it like a bird. Okay, so I move this over here because other
Having
man.
destroyed the enemy anti-aircraft defenses, we can now attack it with our torpedo bombers. Torpedoes deal damage to the hull exclusively. However, the bomber is very vulnerable during and after the torpedo attacks. Select the first torpedo bomber.
This reminds me of Wings of Fury. You have to plop a torpedo down in the water. This was always.
You can attack with torpedoes from an adjacent hex. However, if you drop it from the same hex as your target, the damage will be higher. Move your torpedo bomber into the hex with the enemy battleship. Attack the enemy vessel.
Here he comes.
Move your bomber to an adjacent hex to free up space for the next aircraft.
Okay.
Select the next torpedo bomber.
Shell hole.
Move your torpedo bomber into the hex with the enemy battleship. Attack the battleship.
Okay, so you can move onto the same hex. That was why I was getting action forbidden or locked before when I was trying to do stuff over here, because I was actually clicking. I thought I just had to click the square, not the actual unit. That was what was happening, I see.
Move your bomber to an adjacent hex to free up space for the next aircraft attack. Select the next torpedo bomb. Move your torpedo bomber into the hex. Attack the battleship.
Fucking hell. This is quite a tutorial. But goddamn, if all these things I've learned, if I will be able to apply those, I doubt it.
Sinking the battleship is no easy task, but you did it. The enemy fleet is destroyed.
Maybe. It depends on how the thing actually ends up playing in the campaign. I'm a little worried that it might just be a bunch of scenarios, but it seems like you can level and outfit your crafts and stuff between them, so I enjoy that sort of shit, so I'm hoping.
For destroying enemy units, completing secondary objectives, capturing the infrastructure, and capturing enemy units, you gain prestige. It can be spent on acquiring new units and equipment, as well as reinforcement of your troops. Now you have enough prestige to strengthen your fleet. Select the prestige indicator with left click. You have opened the Acquire Units tab.
Ooh.
Now select the Clemson class destroyer.
Very little this Stewart thing. Oh, Clemson.
Press the Acquire button.
I don't wanna.
Close the tab. Now let's deploy the newly acquired destroyer. Press the Reserve button. New units can be deployed to the deploy hexes. Select the destroyer. Deploy it into the specified hex. Press the N-turn button.
I feel like I'm in the military being told these things to do. Oh, fucking
Our battleship
torpedo.
is torpedoed. Apparently an enemy submarine is nearby. We cannot identify its precise location without sonar. Select the destroyer.
Y'all damn,
Move it to
destroyers.
the location where the torpedo attack was carried out.
It was from here, wasn't it? Why is it selecting that one? I thought it came from here.
Use sonar.
But doing.
Nothing. The enemy submarine probably left this location right after the attack, but it could not retreat far. We have to continue the search. Select the newly acquired destroyer. Bring it to the assumed location of the enemy submarine.
I assume this location.
Use sonar again. This time, we're going to find it for sure.
Because this is a tutorial.
Enemy submarine located.
I seen
Select
ya.
the depth charge and attack it.
I'm gonna depth charge you, motherfucker! I thought you should... Oh, gun range 1. Is that how depth charges work? I didn't think that... I thought they would just drop directly, I guess, for thing. Alright, Tech Man.
Attack it with the depth charge again.
Put... It's red.
Now select
Yeah, I thought so.
torpedoes and attack again.
It might be just gameplay.
Because of the nighttime, all units' damage is greatly reduced. The
Ah.
cunning enemy has planned his attack in such a way that it is difficult for us to retaliate effectively with our destroyers. Fortunately, we can still try to finish off the damaged enemy submarine with our torpedo bombers. Select the torpedo bomber.
I thought they should just have some sort of, like, a little horn sticking out underneath of a ship, and then just have some guy just sit there continuously blowing it, so it just goes in the water, so all the submarine man trying to listen for bullshit is just like, fuck. Oh shit, okay, I'm dumb now. Select torpedo bomber, you.
Nighttime imposes a significant penalty to all attacks.
Damn, you can
However,
fly
this
far.
torpedo bomber is equipped with radar, which reduces the nighttime penalty by half. Move your aircraft right on top of the enemy submarine to maximize the damage. Launch torpedo.
Damn, you gotta be pretty good to shoot a submarine with a torpedo. I mean, we revealed this guy. He should still be submerged, I suppose. Otherwise, he wouldn't. I pedant.
The enemy submarine has been sunk. The torpedo bomber is now out of torpedoes. In order to rearm it, you have to land in an airfield. In case of carrier-based aviation, you can also land on a carrier. Furthermore, some of the planes in this unit were damaged during the attack against the enemy battleship. Open the unit info screen.
I guess so. I just like that he throws a torpedo directly down at something. Sorry.
Below the unit picture, you can see two lines, damage and strength. Right now, they indicate that the unit has 8/10 of its strength in a combat-ready state. A tenth are temporarily out of combat due to damaged aircraft. The remaining tenth was unfortunately lost in battle. Upon landing on a carrier or airfield, the unit will restore the damaged ones by adding the number of damage to the unit's strength. Close the unit info screen.
Shit, where? Oh, there, I see. Wait, what? Upon landing on a carrier, unit will restore the damaged ones by adding the number of damage to the unit strength. By adding the Does anyone understand that?
Now land your aircraft on a carrier. To do that, press the fly to the nearest airfield or carrier button.
Okay, it sounded like they were.
Open the unit info screen again. Look, the damaged planes are restored and now unit strength is 9/10. However, the ones killed in action by lethal damage cannot be restored. The lost strength will be renewed automatically between the operations, or can be renewed manually at an airfield by using reinforcement, although at a higher prestige cost. Close the unit info screen.
Oh right, because it's actually a squad of planes and the strength is not just. Oh, I see. Okay.
Your other torpedo bombers, which attacked the battleship, also received some damage. You have to land them on the carrier to restore their strength and also to resupply them with ammunition and fuel. Select the carrier.
Alright, Toporichi, we finished, actually. We finished Chaos Rising.
Bring it next to the torpedo bombers. Select each of the torpedo bombers and order them to fly to the nearest airfield. In the case of carrier-based aviation, the carriers act as the mobile airfields.
It was pretty short. Yeah, this one won't be too long either. I got my dad's birthday tonight and then Gloomhaven tomorrow. I've been sleeping at dumb hours, so I haven't had my usual stream times, for which I apologize. Oh god, okay, so used to be a bonus of flying to the nearest airfield in case the car. Wait.
Let's pray for good weather.
What the fuck kind of voice? Alright, Billiard. Hey, he's drunk. Damn.
Let's pray for good weather.
I think it's some sort. They got all these guys from the same place. Take up. No.
We'll hope for the best.
I know. Alright, Billiard. Wee.
Our next task is to capture the enemy island. We have to capture the seaport and the maritime hub.
Oh man, I hope I can name my own ship. God damn it, Polish.
First, we have to scout the enemy's defenses. For that, we can use a float-equipped reconnaissance seaplane available on board each capital ship. Select the battleship. Select the seaplane.
Also, hello. Oh my god. This game has voice acting. Wait until we get into the campaign. I saw very little of it, but god damn.
Now launch it. Send the seaplane to scout the area around the enemy-controlled island.
It's true.
Reconnaissance has detected the enemy forces beyond the island. However, due to night, the seaplane's spotting range was lowered. That is why we could not clearly identify the exact number of enemy units and their type.
Oh, it's a mass. See? There was a Warhammer sale going, so it might still be on. Dark Crusade's alright.
We have to get better information about the enemy. However, you can only launch one seaplane per turn. It is good to have another scouting tool, the HQ skill Air Recon. Press the command points indicator at the top right corner of the screen. Select the Air Recon skill. Send the reconnaissance plane to scout the enemy forces. Note that it flies 3 hexes, scouting the area around them.
Fuck, what direction do you want?
With the help of reconnaissance, the enemy forces were identified as a carrier stocked with 2 fighter aircraft units. We have to sink the carrier. This is an extremely important target.
Although with enough subs, we eventually get Stilgar on there, I guess. Yeah, Dark Crusade and Retribution are probably the better of them. Sorry, okay.
Unfortunately, your fighter aircraft are not equipped with radar, so an attack at night would put them at a disadvantage. The best course of action would be to approach the enemy troops during the night and then attack them during the daytime. Select the carrier. Move it next to the enemy units. Do not press the end turn button.
Oh shit. Do not. And I click and he's like, no.
Fighter aircraft cover prevents us from attacking the carrier with aircraft. Moreover, 2 fighter aircraft next to each other are an extremely tough target as they cover each other. We would have to employ a special tactic. Link one of the fighters in an aerial combat, at the same time taking down the other one. Fortunately, our fighters have enough experience from previous action so we can level them up and learn the required skills.
Fucking hell. Okay.
First, you should weaken the enemy units by anti-aircraft fire. Select your carrier.
This is
Bring it closer to the enemy aircraft.
very brain for me.
Select its
Soulstorm.
anti-aircraft gun.
Soulstorm. Get back in the fucking bin.
Attack the enemy fighter plane located above the carrier.
Why is the carrier blinking?
Repeat the attack. The carrier's main gun is a dual-purpose gun. so it can fire on both naval and air targets. Select it.
Shoot someone in the naval.
Attack the enemy fighter. Once again. Now we can finish off the enemy air force with our aircraft. First off, we have to take out the aircraft above the carrier to make sure our bombers can attack it afterwards. Select the first fighter. Open its unit info screen.
There are guardsmen in Dark Crusade and Retribution, yeah.
Select the level up tab. Select the link the fight skill.
Link the fight. Altitude is probably a good skill to have, isn't it? Oh, I see. It's just sort of like...
Press the level up button. Close the unit info screen. Now activate the newly learned skill on the unit's actions panel.
Probably always go XCOM for the older guardsmen.
Launch your aircraft.
Okay. Link all of them? How does this work? Okay, he doesn't actually...
Link the enemy fighter in the aerial combat.
Oh, you link the enemy, I see. Original XCOM.
Select the second fighter. Open its unit info screen. Select the level up tab. Select the boom and zoom skill. Press the level up button. Close the unit info screen. Now activate the boom and zoom skill on the unit's actions panel. Launch the aircraft.
The one I've been playing, the Open XCOM mod.
Attack the enemy fighter. Select your last fighter.
I'm gonna lose a lot in this, and I'm not gonna know why.
Select the level up tab. Select the boom and zooms. Press the level up. Close the unit info screen. Activate the boom and zoom skill. Launch the aircraft. Attack the enemy fighter.
Yeah, that mod is really fine. It's a shame about there's a bit gatekeeping going on. Ass.
To sink the enemy carrier, you should attack with the submarine first, to lower the carrier's defenses by applying a shell hole. Select the submarine.
He's telling me to do that because he's already explained, and we've already done it before.
Move it next to the enemy carrier and attack it with torpedoes. It is better to rearm the dive bomber with armor-piercing bombs to sink the enemy carrier. Armor-piercing bombs deal damage only to the hull, the engine, and the main gun, while incendiary bombs deal double damage to all ship parts except the hull, the engine, and the main gun, and they also start a fire. Select the carrier where the dive bomber is located.
I will remember all of this.
Select the dive bomber. Open its unit info screen. Select the equipment tab. Select the armor-piercing bombs. Press the acquire button. Now the bomber received the armor-piercing bombs instead of the incendiary ones, and you receive back the prestige that you spent to install the incendiaries before.
Oh.
Activate the armor-piercing bombs.
Full refund.
Attack the enemy carrier.
Wait, what? I was playing.
Instead of choosing any individual ship part, select an ordinary attack to maximize the damage to the hull.
What's Weenie's job?
Move aircraft to the side.
Huh? Put.
It is time for our main striking force to make its move. Select the torpedo bomber.
I was being
Move it right next to the carrier.
Next to, you mean on top of?
Attack with the torpedo.
This is just an awful lot in one go.
Move the aircraft away. Select the second torpedo bomber. Move it next to the carrier. Launch the torpedo.
It would be nice if there was a way of doing a bunch of these all at once. These fucking things keep spinning around.
Excellent. The enemy carrier has been sunk. We have to continue with the invasion of the island. In order to not risk the lives of our ground troops, you should attack the enemy infantry with naval artillery first. The destroyer's main gun is not very effective against well-entrenched ground units on the land, especially infantry. However, you have a bigger caliber artillery at your disposal. Select the battleship.
I think there's a much more varied voice acting in the main ass.
Move it closer to the island and send the reconnaissance seaplane to scout the coast.
Yeah, the problem with stuff like this is, if I forgot any of this, I'd have to do the entire thing again with tutorials that are long like that. If I forgot how to link the planes or some shit.
As you can see, the enemy unit defending the seaport is entrenched. What we can do is reduce the enemy's level of entrenchment by attacking with our second gun first, and then finish off the enemy infantry with a main gun bombardment.
Okay.
Select the battleship again. Choose the second gun and bombard the enemy infantry twice.
Naval attack, soft, hard target. Okay.
One volley of our shelling worth
Goddamn.
more than my house.
Select the main gun and destroy the infantry.
Fucking hell.
We have big guns, if you know what I mean.
The enemy unit is destroyed and the seaport is now empty. Note that the seaport has 2 HP now. Infrastructure with 50% HP or less is no longer functional. However, it restores 20% HP per turn.
Okay.
Now we have to capture the infrastructure on the island. As there is no enemy resistance left, we can use our small marine squad which we have on board our battleship. Select the marine squad.
I have never played that.
The marine squad aboard the battleship is too little for a serious assault. However, it can quickly occupy coastal infrastructure once the enemy resistance has been put to an end. Land the marine squad at the seaport. Capture the maritime hub. Congratulations. You have successfully occupied the enemy island. Press the enter button. The time has come for the invasion of our landing forces on the main island of the enemy. Defeat its garrison and capture the airfield.
Okay.
Due to being linked in the fight, the enemy fighter did not move on his turn. Finish it off with your fighter using the boom and zoom skill.
We have trouble hearing your orders at this altitude.
What?
Conduct air reconnaissance of the island.
So when you select something, when you select some stuff for attacking, it'll turn to face you, but you have to very specifically select the unit, which is awkward when it's moving. Yeah, it seems like it's suppression. Okay, where do you want me to go? Oh, up here.
We keep traditions of the Navy.
Oh no!
The air reconnaissance was prevented by the enemy anti-aircraft fire from the ground. This area is covered by anti-aircraft artillery. We have to use a special tactic to deal with it.
Shoot him?
Select the fighter aircraft and activate the Overwatch breakthrough skill.
We had been pilots before we were born.
Fucking hell. Activate before moving in the area at anti-aircraft overwatch. This allows you to move and attack after being overwatched. Okay, so you get shot, but it's still is allowed to attack.
Then activate the afterburner skill as well, to receive less damage from the enemy anti-aircraft fire. Now attack the enemy anti-aircraft unit. As you can see, the enemy AA gun attacked our aircraft and stopped its movement. However, due to the Overwatch breakthrough skill, the aircraft can now continue the movement and carry out an attack. Command it to attack the enemy AA gun. If the fighter moved and attacked a ground unit, it can then move aside to allow other aircraft to attack the same target. Move your fighter to the side.
Wait, what? Oh, I see. Oh.
Select the enemy anti-aircraft unit and open its unit info screen.
No. We want to be oogling the voice acting.
Note that the Overwatch air skill is now crossed out. Usually the unit with this skill automatically attacks enemy air units entering its firing zone. However, due to our fighter's attack, this unit has lost the ability to overwatch until the end of turn. Close the unit info screen. Attack the AA unit with your second fighter, and do not forget to use the Afterburner skill to reduce the damage from the enemy fire.
I thought it was done. Overwatching. It said it already overwatched. Why am
Now
I?
we have to invade the island with our troops and fighting forces. Select the transport ship with Marines.
He sounds like he has a bit of a lisp.
The infantry without heavy equipment can land on the following types of terrain: clear and shallows. Maneuver the transport ship to the coast. Press the disembarkation icon.
Disembarkation?
Select the nearby hex, enter the city with your Marines, and attack the enemy anti-aircraft gun.
No, he sounds like he has a bit of a lisp.
Do we have to walk?
Being left without the combat-ready soldiers, the enemy unit has retreated. If we attack it again, it'll be destroyed or will surrender. Note that after defeating the enemy in close combat, your unit can occupy the hex where the enemy was. Move into the hex with a seaport. Finish off the anti-aircraft unit with carrier-based aircraft. Torpedo bombers can attack not only with torpedoes. Deactivate torpedo by clicking on its icon.
Oh,
Attack
fuck.
the enemy AA unit.
Clicking them is a bit fiddly.
Enemy
Demoralized.
units can disembark only at a seaport. Once it has been captured, we can then disembark our tanks and artillery on the island. Select the transport ship with artillery. You can disembark your troops in any hex adjacent to a seaport. Since the artillery has longer gun range and is vulnerable in close combat, we should disembark it further from the enemy units while capturing the maritime hub at the same time. Disembark the artillery unit. Attack the enemy infantry at an airfield. Our artillery has damaged not only the infantry, but also the airfield it was defending. At the end of the turn, all infrastructure restores 20% of its HP. However, we should not deal further damage to that airfield as it can be used by us.
Okay.
We have to redeploy our infantry unit from our base to the front lines. Select the infantry unit. Because the unit does not have any heavy equipment or ground transport, it can be transported by seaplane. Press the
Embarkation.
embark button, then select embark seaplane. Board the seaplane, then move the seaplane to the island occupied by the enemy. Then land your troops in shallows.
Oh, do we get free tickets?
Shut up. Fucking hell.
Your unit does not have enough move points left to attack the enemy infantry. Level up your unit and learn force march skill like you did with the aircraft. Excellent. Now activate the newly learned skill, move next to the enemy unit, and attack it.
Go, go, go!
Fucking hell.
Let's continue with the offensive. Select the transport ship with the tank unit. Bring it closer to the seaport and conduct the landing.
We. I think I might be
Move
too
your
dumb
tank
for
unit
some of
next
this.
to an enemy and attack it.
Go, tank.
All the enemy units have been eliminated.
Well, that didn't damage the thing. Okay.
You have completed the last objective. The more objectives you complete, the more victory points you will gain for this operation. Victory points can be spent to learn new HQ skills, like the air reconnaissance skill we used in this operation. Note that your tank unit can now move and attack again due to the overrun skill. It is a special skill of a tank unit which is triggered every time you destroy the enemy unit, or force it to retreat or surrender. Capture the airfield.
An enemy unit.
Admiral, the seaport and airfield have been captured. This territory is now under our control. Congratulations with the victory in this operation. You've completed all the main objectives. The victory progress screen allows you to learn the detailed information on your achievements, losses, and prestige you have gained. You can hover your mouse cursor over each line to learn more about it. Upon completion of all main objectives, you can finish the operation. However, you can also continue the operation to finish all the secondary objectives and improve your results. Although you should remember that it works both ways, and you can worsen your results if you waste too much time or lose more units in the process. Press the return to game button. You already know about the restoration of the aircraft units upon landing on a carrier or an airfield. Now it is time to use reinforcement to replace the lost strength of a unit. This can be done only at an airfield. Select the bomber, move it to the airfield, and land it.
Let's not exceed our range.
Select the HQ skills icon. Select the reinforcement icon. Press the reinforcement button. Close the HQ skills panel. Open the bomber's unit info. The fighter unit has been reinforced. You can reinforce ground units in the same way within an infrastructure service zone. However, you should bear in mind that during the operation, the reinforcements cost 50% of the unit cost and prestige, while at the end of the operation, all units are reinforced automatically at only 20% of the unit's cost. That is more advantageous, so you should use reinforcement during the operation prudently. Close the operation screen.
I suspect Kickstarter voices.
This is the end of the tutorial operation. You'll learn more about the different types of units, their skills, equipment, and tactics in practice during the future operations. If you have any further questions, you can also consult the manual in the game menu. To finish the operation, press the victory progress bar at the top left corner of the screen, and then press the finish operation button. Good luck in future battles, sir.
Navy and Marine Corps medal. Nice. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Let's just try that again. Let's hope it saved my settings. Seems to have. Okay, so I'm gonna let you men vote for a bit here.
Following the treacherous and unexpected Japanese attack at Pearl Harbor on the morning of December 7th, 1941, a date which will...
Since time immemorial...
Okay, I'm just gonna do the vote and let that play because this game does automatically mute itself when you alt-tab, and there's not a setting to disallow that, which isn't relevant for most people. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Just put the votes. So you just write in chat what you want. I'm going to let the voice thingies play, and we're going to give that a few minutes.
Following the treacherous and unexpected 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The U.S. territories in the Pacific began falling one by one to the Japanese invasion. As the U.S. struggles to bring together its naval forces in the Pacific and prepare retaliation, you have to take the role of Admiral Chester William Nimitz, newly appointed Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. Pacific Fleet. Your task is to bring together all the U.S. naval forces demoralized by a series of disgraceful defeats, strengthen them, heighten their spirits, and prepare to turn the tide of the Pacific War. By employing carefully considered strategy, shrewd tactical moves, providing your forces with the newest and most up-to-date equipment, and exploiting enemy weaknesses, you have to retake all territories seized by the Empire of Japan in the Pacific, and then invade their homeland. The whole world needs to be made aware of what happens when one dares to attack the United States of America.
That made me feel a little dirty.
Since time immemorial, the Japanese were renowned warriors, stalwart, honorable, and bound by duty. However, the 20th century came, and proud descendants of Yamato State found themselves overshadowed by the world's superpowers, the United States and the British Empire. Striving to become their equal, the Empire of Japan began to amass military strength and quickly ran into a dire shortage of resources. It led to conquering the territories of China and Indochina. The United States and its allies were quick to react, condemning Japan as a warmonger and putting an embargo on all strategic resources imported by Japan. Hull's note was soon to follow, putting an ultimatum to the Japanese government: leave all newly conquered territories or suffocate due to a trade embargo. You, as Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, the Commander-in-Chief of the Combined Fleet, have to carry out the Emperor's order and wage war against the United States and its allies in the Pacific Ocean. You understand that this is an insurmountable undertaking, as the enemy economic power is tenfold and its numeric advantage on the sea is too overwhelming. Yet none of it is a valid reason to forego your duty before His Majesty the Emperor and your country. Bound by honor, you come up with a desperate plan of how to equalize the forces.
So you guys want to play as the villains, right? I thought we were going to be the heroes, the good guys, but you're... So the question here is, will we hear any racist stereotypes? Let's go, boys. Let's do reasonable. We probably end up on storytelling. I'll still lose. Right, knob. I hope you like that noise.
Admiral Yamamoto, reporting the results of the exercises. All targets were hit. During the past few months, our pilots have improved the effectiveness of their torpedo attacks significantly.
Good. I will personally express our gratitude for their distinguished service.
Fighter pilots are asking for permission to use aerobatics during training flights and military exercises. Previously, we have forbidden such training due to a high mortality rate among pilots.
Permission granted. If the war breaks out and our pilots are ill-prepared, we will have many more deaths. They should train rigorously.
Yes, sir.
My, how beautiful the blossoming Sakura is. Do you not think so, Yamamoto? It has already started to blossom while our Navy is still resisting any decisive actions against the United States.
The Sakura blossom is magnificent indeed, but soon its flowers will fall. Would not the whole of Japan fall as well if we enter the hopeless war against the United States and Great Britain, Army Minister Tojo?
The Army is sworn to protect the Emperor, but without fuel we cannot perform our duty. Thus, we need to occupy Indochina and utilize its oil production.
That action will only worsen the situation. I am afraid as of now, 80% of our fuel is imported from the US. If we invade Indochina, we will get a powerful enemy and still be left without fuel.
So what? Do we have to keep dancing to the Yankees' tune? Absolutely not! We cannot wait for their wretched pittance. We must take what is necessary to protect our Emperor and our homeland without paying attention to anyone else.
The Navy as a whole and myself personally stand firmly against the war with the United States. They will immediately be joined by Great Britain and the Netherlands. Their combined forces are too powerful.
Our samurai spirit and faith in the Emperor will help us overcome any foe.
I see it as a not well considered childishness. Only the personal command of the Emperor, whom I faithfully serve, will make me lead the Navy against the United States.
But they are the good guys. We cannot possibly win against them.
Japanese troops invaded southern French Indochina on July the 28th, 1941. In response, the US government imposed trade sanctions on Japan, including the freezing of Japanese assets in the United States and an embargo of oil exports to Japan.
The whole note. It is preposterous. How many more insults do we have to endure? The Yankees want to keep us on a leash, put us in the doghouse, only to be fed their leftovers. This is equal to a declaration of war.
You have become a prime minister, General Tojo, but have not become more prudent. Did you really expect the United States to ignore our occupation of Indochina? A wise man will always find a way to avoid...
Admiral Yamamoto, can you not finally understand? If we succumb to the United States without a fight, we will surely become just one more state in the United States, and the Japanese nation will be lost forever.
This
Whereas,
man put all
if
his
we accept the fight, uneven as it may be, then even if we lose, our descendants will be able to revive Japan and keep on living while holding their heads high.
This man dump-statted his eyebrows
It
in
is
favor of
not
his
you
mustache.
who will be dying, General Tojo. It is Japanese youth.
If necessary, I am more than ready to give my own life for the Emperor, our country, and its future.
And who gave you the right to decide for the whole of Japan?
His Majesty the Emperor has decreed that we develop and execute an attack against the United States fleet in order to protect our interests in the Pacific Ocean.
I will comply with the Emperor's will. I expect that we will officially declare war on the U.S. right before the beginning of our attack. We must not dishonor our country in the whole world's eyes.
I think you have a point, Admiral. I will make sure to warn our diplomats.
Admiral Yamamoto, the Navy headquarters have devised a plan of attack on Pearl Harbor according to your instructions. Our first air fleet will annihilate the U.S. Pacific Fleet with one decisive blow.
I consider it my duty to remind you that I always consider this fancy plan of yours an unjustified gamble. We must proceed with time-tested methods, not some fantasies.
Time-tested methods are great if the opponents have equal strength. We, on the other hand, have to make a miracle for Japan to come out victorious after this war.
Aye, aye, Admiral.
Ugaki, please provide our diplomats with the exact timing of the upcoming attack. They have to make public our declaration of war before we begin the attack.
Consider it done.
Tomorrow I have to leave Tokyo together with my fleet. I cannot say where we are headed, but I won't be back for quite a while. I'm afraid that food shortages will soon begin all over Japan. With this, you will not starve.
Yamamoto-san is too kind to me. I will miss you so much. Please, write to me as often as you can. Your letters are always so wonderful.
I definitely will. You too should not forget your good old Yamamoto.
From Prime Minister Tojo to Admiral Yamamoto. The die is cast. The great Japanese nation is going to war to protect its sovereign land and legitimate interests from this insidious enemy's assault. Japan has never confronted such a powerful and dangerous adversary as the USA. However, with the help of the gods, we'll carry out our plan. The samurai spirit and willingness to sacrifice will lead us to victory. The Emperor has entrusted you, Admiral Yamamoto, with the combined fleet, as you are the most dignified and skillful naval commander. The fleet is facing the task of great importance, and the fate of the nation depends on your command. Now you must deal a sudden, devastating blow to the enemy, which they will not be able to recover from. I order you to start the operation with full confidence in the power of the Imperial fleet and in the blessings of ancient spirits on your noble mission. Glory to the Emperor!
Admiral Chuichi Nagumo, commander of the task force speaking. We are now within striking distance from Pearl Harbor. No activity of the American fleet is detected. I request to clarify the tactical situation and the location of the targets utilizing the latest intelligence.
Great, Admiral Nagumo. Now my Chief of Staff, Admiral Matome Ugaki, will provide you with relevant data.
According to the provisionally adopted plan, we must defeat the forces of the U.S. Pacific Fleet, concentrated in Pearl Harbor, with a sudden and powerful blow from our carrier-based aircraft. At the same time as the airstrike, our submarines should secretly enter the harbor and torpedo the enemy ships. Unfortunately, both U.S. Pacific Fleet carriers left Pearl Harbor a few days ago. Their current location is unknown. However, according to the intelligence reports, the 8 battleships that constitute the U.S. fleet's essential strength are compactly concentrated in the eastern part of the harbor. In order to weaken the enemy's forces enough, we must sink at least 4 of them. Although, it would be preferable to have all of them destroyed. Also, it is crucial to neutralize American aviation. It is an easy target now, as it is concentrated at the airfields. I suggest you bomb them before the majority of the enemy planes can get airborne. Besides ships and planes, the infrastructure must become our next goals. The enemy's northern, central, and southern oil storage facilities, the shipyard, and the power plant in Pearl City. I would like to stress again that Pearl Harbor must be struck suddenly and severely. We should not give the enemy a chance to recover and organize effective defense. There are radar systems in the north of Oahu. With the help of those, The enemy can see our forces from a distance. This has to be considered during the operation. That's all.
Well then, I command to start the attack. And may our ancestors' spirits be with us.
I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm too overwhelmed. Look at all this. Also the fucking music. This is too much for my brain. Yeah, it's like, I think they should just have gone complete alternate history with this. Instead they have some, like, a bunch of people going like, oh, we gotta make this palatable for the player. I mean, if you want to play the villains, you have to have someone that does everything reluctantly and keeps mentioning how great the United States are. It's like, fuck. Just go full alternate history. I mean, we're probably gonna, I don't know, like, if it's all historical, there's a bunch of supposed to lose missions for us and things like that, so I don't know what the hell that's gonna do if we win those. I have no clue. Also, goddamn, there's so much of everything. And I have to do everything at once. Oh man, I'm not gonna. Yeah, this is the one I booted up just to test.
Your forces are comprised of both core and non-core units. Core units' strength indicator is green and round-shaped, and for non-core units, it is yellow and hexagon-shaped. Non-core units are allocated for one mission only, while the core units will accompany you throughout the campaign. You'll be able to level them up and provide them with new equipment. These units are the ones which should be under your primary protection.
Yeah, to just go full alternate history. I bet we're not even going to be able to stop the nuke or something either.
I can't wait any longer.
Jesus Christ.
The Imperial fleet knows no defeat.
Man, rhymes. Fuck him. Okay, shit. How are we gonna actually do this? Is it me or is the music distorting oddly? I'm gonna find Ben Affleck.
Ammunition and fuel icons next to unit strength will allow you to quickly get important information about it. If the unit is still able to move during the current turn, the canister icon will be green. If it can no longer move, the icon will be gray. Likewise, the ammunition icon shows whether the unit has attacked this turn. If the unit is low on ammunition or fuel, the corresponding icon is yellow. It becomes red once the unit has run out of it completely.
We are ready to sink their ships!
These careful. Okay, so they have some ships somewhere. I need to Nando's my way in and bin them. I have no idea where the hell the destroyers are. Enemy battleships, no fucking clue. It's gonna fucking submarine my way in here.
What's there?
Submarining. They call me the Snub Mariner.
Underwater silence makes me mad.
What?
I'm still here, exploring the area. Imperial submarine here.
Time to fucking sneak. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of the enemy.
Ships consist of various ship parts such as hull, engine, main gun, second gun, anti-aircraft gun, and others. Most of them have their own HP indicating their current state. When hull HP drops to 0, the ship is destroyed. Ship firepower depends on the current HP of each individual gun.
Okay. Fuck, well I'm guessing I'm just gonna sit here and maybe Nando's my way in. We should get ready. I don't know how close I can get to this bullshit for them to see me. End turn, see what happens.
Ugh, I like rice, but could we eat something else for a change?
Fucking hell.
Ooh, fresh meat.
So when will this thing detect us? Can we ass under it without it seeing us?
Guess not.
Does that see us? We detected that.
Stop! Enemy dead ahead!
Does that matter?
Who's there?
I don't think they see us. Oop.
The submarine is an invisible enemy unless it is detected via sonar. It can make powerful attacks with torpedoes and then instantly retreat to avoid detection. Torpedoes deal damage exclusively to ship hull, thus being a very effective tool to make quick work of damaging or destroying an enemy ship.
Oh? How'd you see us? Beneath the waves.
This fucking guy. Entrankment. So that's a battleship. That's a battleship. Where's the others?
Ready to sink their ships. Can we be friends with them? Guess not. Where are your eyes, or our godly emperor?
What?
What's there?
Okay, fuck.
Finally, some orders. Ooh, fresh meat. Can we be friends with them? Guess not. I miss the fresh air. Can we be friends with them? Guess not. We are ready to sink their ships.
Let me deselect. I want to see what the enemy is. I can click them to see what it is. That's a something class. I don't know what the hell. This is a very bad position for this bullshit, I think.
I miss the fresh air.
4 lethal damage. That's not a lot. To do more damage if I'm on the same tile as them? I don't think so.
Damage is indicated with the numbers above the unit being attacked. For grounded aircraft units, there are 2 types of damage, lethal and non-lethal. Both lethal.
Our American friends have panicked. We are intercepting their messages. SOS. We have been attacked by the Japanese. Japanese aircraft have reached Oahu. And this is real. This is a Japanese attack.
Looks like those Japanese have ruined the Americans' day off.
They won't escape our aim.
Hey, shellhole.
Who's there? Where are the sea wolves? They are going to see the bottom of the sea.
I think the planes will be binned if I try that.
Silent and deadly. Ugh, I like rice, but could we eat something else for a change? What's there? I can't wait any longer. We are ready to sink their ships.
I got a reconnaissance.
Are there any targets?
Oh fuck! I didn't want to send a plane. God damn it.
Aircraft carrier, or simply carrier, is a mobile floating airfield at your disposal. Each carrier can carry several aircraft units on board. You can see the exact carrier capacity in its combat parameters. It also has a huge storage of ammunition and fuel on board, which is used to refuel and rearm aircraft units upon landing, as well as for the carrier's own needs. Carriers are vulnerable and a high priority target for the enemy, thus they should be kept at a safe distance attacking with their aircraft from afar. Yet they have powerful anti-aircraft guns which they can use to repel enemy air raids. If the carrier's flight deck has 0 HP left, or the carrier is on fire, its flight deck is no longer functional.
Oh shit.
Do you require system?
Miser. They're gonna find all our bullshit. Gonna go right on top of me and go ding 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 and then make me gonna go blah, blah, blah. Fuck you. Yeah, no fucking bueno. That guy's done. Can you do the old fuck off?
Oh? How'd you see us? We are coming for them.
The fuck?
We are ready to sink their ships.
Shit, fuck.
Someone's there. The sharks have found their prey. Launch torpedoes.
The hell? Right through the fucking ground. Get fucked.
Have you checked for escort ships?
You're a sack of shit, ship.
Enemy spotted. What do we do? Is that an escort ship? The sharks are waiting for them. Have you checked for escort ships?
Shut
Where
up.
are your eyes? Or our godly Imperial? Did we hit them? Can't see anything here.
Ah. Come on. There, okay. Yeah, where's the other one? That one needs to fuck off. Was that completely destroyed, the other one there? Where the hell was he? Oh yeah, I tried to shoot, yeah, so then he got binned. I can only say ass to this.
A destroyer is an escort ship equipped with medium caliber naval guns, anti-aircraft guns, torpedoes, and anti-submarine depth charges. It is inferior to capital ships in terms of combat potential. However, it is able to detect enemy submarines with sonar and destroy them with depth charges. A destroyer also provides fire support versus air attacks. Use destroyers for reconnaissance, convoy escort, anti-submarine, and anti-aircraft warfare.
And
I needed to scout with a plane. Ah! Fuck.
Ooh, which weapon to use? Guess this one. For Japan, and for the Emperor.
Yeah, the Japan Pura. Fuck.
We serve faithfully.
The sky is like an ocean, and we are its sharks.
Fucking isn't. What are you actually? That's a fighter. Fuck that.
All systems operational.
Fucking torpedo. Drop tanks. What the hell is that? I was trying to use the plane. I wanted to scout,
We will not let the Emperor down.
but I can't find the scouty thing.
We carry the deadly arrows of the Emperor.
Tactical bombers are flying artillery and a great tool for wreaking havoc on any enemy troops, although you have to be careful of the anti-aircraft units Overwatch and fire support. It is better to scout the enemy positions before sending in bombers. Do not leave your tactical bombers without protection. Remember, they are a prime target for enemy fighter planes.
Let's see.
Feel the power of the Empire.
Fucking overwanked.
We carry the deadly arrows of the Emperor.
Can they keep doing bullshit?
Our strength is in numbers of dead enemies.
That is, okay.
Engaging in combat.
Did I hit the... I want to shoot the anti-ass.
Greetings from the Imperial Navy. Observing the horizon.
That smug fuck.
The warriors of the sky are at your command.
No. Many lines in this, yeah.
If the battleships are the muscle,
Carrier-based aircraft is different from ordinary aviation, as it can land and take off from carriers. It can resupply ammunition and fuel and restore its damage on board a carrier. It can also change its equipment while on a carrier. However, in order to be reinforced, it has to land at an airfield.
How the hell do I just want regular fucking bombs. Defreeze? What?
We bring death on our wings.
Dive bomb. Oh, there we go. Nice. Probably not the best idea though. Fuck. Well, let's ass around with the other bullshit.
Observing the horizon. Enemy vessels are lurking nearby.
Some radar horseshit. Wait,
Your
what?
orders.
Are there new orders from our godly emperor?
Our emperor
Protectors
is
of the fleet.
the divinator. See if we can go down and
Start the engine.
If the
Help
battleships
him,
are
mate.
the muscle of the Imperial Navy, we are its brain.
yeah, I'm completely brain fucked. I think we fucked up with in here in total anyway, so I think this is probably a bust in there. So
We surpass pathetic Gaijins in everything.
yeah,
Fighter planes are vital for gaining air superiority. Keep your fighters close to allied aircraft you want to protect, and they will provide fire support. Fighters are able to attack ground targets, although with low efficiency. They can use the Overwatch breakthrough skill to counter enemy anti-aircraft fire and clear the way for tactical bombers.
I'm gonna have a lot of trouble. I mean, they're scanning for the subs in there now, so that's no no bueno. I would have liked smaller scale stuff. There's just far too many things already. We could probably bin these as they try and come out here. It's a lot of planes. It's gonna go straight up and discover all of us. Yep, every single one of us. Yeah. I think I'm GG'd. It would be very nice if there was a more clear fog of war as well. I have no idea about my sight ranges here. Everything looks the same.
Imperial submarine here.
Can I ask this boy?
They are going to see the bottom of the sea. Oh? How'd you see us? I can't wait any longer.
Yeah,
Is that the escort ship?
some bullshit like that.
Here they are. Here they are. I can't wait any longer. Looking for prey. Ugh, I like rice, but could we
Shut
eat
up.
something else for a change?
Him always with the fucking rice.
This is an enemy unit. Right click on it for more information.
They thought that we were an easy target, didn't they? Big mistake. The
What?
Imperial fleet knows no defeat. We broke through the enemy defenses. They thought that we were an easy target, didn't they? Big mistake.
Since fucking
Be
flight
careful with the
after-
bombs. We bring death on our wings.
We surpass pathetic Gaijins in everything.
What should be destroyed next?
They will feel the rain of fire.
Never mind.
Easy kill.
Easy.
A tactical bomber is here.
We deliver death. We surpass pathetic Gaijins in everything.
Fucking Frenchman.
For Japan and for the Emperor.
Full Naipen,
Take
mate.
this, you dirty rats.
I like this smug
Your
fuck.
orders. Take this, you dirty rats.
This fucking thing just always shoots back. Oh man, this is not so great.
Do you require assistance? Moving carefully.
I'll leave this man.
Take this, you dirty rats.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Power.
Even though I'm already in range.
Just show us the target.
Saving bullets for priority targets.
I got
This
it.
target has the fire support of enemy fighter planes. You can constantly attack any enemy plane next to an enemy fighter.
That didn't help much.
Do not underestimate us.
Those bombs are heavy. Those bombs are heavy. Those bombs are quite dangerous, you know?
Our aircraft will destroy any target.
0. Oh.
We surpass pathetic Gaijins in
Stop
everything.
saying that.
Enemy vessels are lurking nearby. Target acquired. We cannot let them live.
Decentralized. Come on, Backo, you fuckbag. Ouch.
We surpass pathetic
Stop.
Gaijins
Shut up.
in everything.
I'm in position.
That was probably stupid. Darn it.
Do not underestimate us.
Be careful with the bombs. Those bombs are quite dangerous, you
I
know?
really don't really have a lot of fighters. It's
All systems operational.
Are we fully loaded? What should be destroyed next?
I don't seem to be able to rearm these fuckers. I think it could before. I just want you to be a fucking fighter, goddamn.
We surpass pathetic Gaijins in everything.
A tactical bomber is here.
Imperial destroyer at your service.
We will inform you if
Oh yeah,
the enemy
airfields, that's
is
true.
ahead.
Goddamn.
Underwater silence makes me mad.
He's gonna make it away. Uh-oh. I have to ass off soon, sadly. Hey! Only found one. My dad's birthday, so I gotta ass a bus.
Your ship is barely afloat. Its whole HP is extremely low. Any further damage is likely to be fatal.
Well, yeah, that was, I mean, I'm ustless, but might be alright. We might give it another go. I might read up a little bit on how not to be a total pile of shit on this. No, I have to go. My dad's birthday, I have to spend an hour and a half traveling there. And I have to be there in 2.5 hours, so this was going to be short anyway. So, TTYL, and we'll see you in an ass.